What if I get here a few more minutes?
Yeah,
Don't do
we're
that
already. Hello, everybody. Welcome to NXT and TNA recap
My
review.
hair's out of place. Yeah, now I'm better.
No, are we sure about that?
No.
I think you might have made it worse, actually. Anyway,
No.
we're here to talk about what happened on NXT TNA, give you our 2 cents, what happened, and that's really about it.
All right.
Introductions.
Yeah, well,
We tried to do that, and then you were all
extra.
Yeah. I'm
I
Tafari.
don't know what you're talking about. I'm CK.
And I'm Knight Rider.
You had to figure out your name there.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, can I help you? You know what? Don't answer that. Anyway, I'm
There's
gonna
not enough help.
jump straight into it. We start off with Ricky Saints versus the Vanity Project in a gauntlet match, and this is honestly really good.
Yeah, it was. I think it was better than what I expected.
Yeah, there was no outside involvement. Ethan did not get involved until the end, I believe, when after Paige had already after Ricky had already won the match. Because newsflash, he wins the match. But like I said, this was a great showing for both Ricky Saints and the Vanity Project. And the reason I say that,
the thing is, I know I diss on the Vanity Project,
right?
But I do get the point. They are good.
Are you having malfunctions over there, good sir?
His game's talking to him.
Oh, okay. But yeah, the Vanity Project looked great. I mean, they looked bad because they somehow lost a 3v1, but in the same sense, they're going up against Ricky Saints, who is, main roster material. And they're, still like the newbies down on Evolve. Yes, they're running Evolve. But for all intents and purposes, they're the newbies, they're the rookies. They're the ones who've barely had skin in the game. Meanwhile, Ricky Saints is, elbow deep in it. As wrong as that might sound.
That's what you said.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Ricky Saints wins. He is now going to face Ethan Page at... Is it the Great American Bash? Correct? Right? Pretty sure.
I think so. I believe so.
Yeah. And he tells them that he's going to dog walk his ass at the Great American Bash.
I have issues with that.
In a Falls Counts Anywhere match. Why? I know why, but please elaborate.
There's only one person should be allowed to say dog walk.
That's not how that works.
In wrestling.
That's still not how that works.
I don't care.
It's just,
I don't care.
Just like how the Undertaker said Braun Breaker should be the only one allowed to use. That's just not how that works. I'll call you back later. Anyway, just like the Undertaker says, Braun Breaker should be the only one allowed to use the spear in WWE. That's not how that works. I agree,
but let's bypass that one for a minute because I feel like we're going to talk about that one more
when
later.
we get to it. Yes.
So let's just. I agree with you, but we're going to elaborate on that a little bit later because we already know what's in the Discord, and if you're looking at the Discord or know what's in the Discord, then you'll know and you can prepare for what is coming. But we'll bring it up later. But Jacob just says it so much better.
I mean, yes, it's like his catchphrase.
Exactly. So you can't steal a catchphrase.
But also it's a term of phrase that everybody uses.
I've never heard it until Jacob uses it.
That is bullshit, and you know it.
Mm-hmm.
That is bullshit, and you know it.
Okay, I hadn't heard it in a long time.
Point proven.
But still, Jacob does it better.
Yeah, it's his catchphrase. It's like if literally anyone else in the world would have said, "Yeah," you just think they were stupid. But that's LA Knight's catchphrase. So when he says it, it's just automatically cool for some fucking reason. Or yeet. Literally a completely made up word. If anyone in the world said it, you'd look at them like they were dumb as hell. But Jey Uso has made that his catchphrase, and therefore when he does it, everybody goes insane. Anyway. So, like I said, Ricky Stanton's going to fight Ethan Page at the Great American Bash in a Falls Count Anywhere match. So, that'll be interesting. Because you know the Vanity Project's going to get involved.
No, he won't. No. I just...
You really?
He's going to get involved.
Okay. So you think the Vanity Project's not going to get involved?
Nope. Nope. Not at all.
Okay. Sure.
He
buddy.
is.
Do you think I believe my own?
Not in the slightest. So,
Okay, for the record, yes, they're going 100%. If they do not get involved,
I'll be
some way,
surprised.
somehow, I'll be completely shocked, and I'll probably be in the hospital with a heart attack. So if you don't see us on Monday, it's probably because I had a heart attack because the project didn't interfere.
Yeah.
But that's irrelevant. All three of us are probably in the hospital.
Yeah. But Silver and Zarya are backstage. You know, they're saying they're fired up about competing in the WWE Women's Tag Team Fatal 4-Way match at Evolution. Soul tells Zarya that she's going to take care of Izzy Dame at the Great American Bash. Then they're going to bring those WWE Women's Tag Team Championships to NXT. Then Lainey Reed comes in. She asks Soul if there's going to be anything left in her after this Sunday. After all, Zarya's spirit and soul is the only reason she's defending her title on Saturday. Kalani Jordan comes up. She says that Lainey is the last person to talk about sticking her nose in other people's business. And it's just everybody's showing up. Just everybody in their grandma.
Yeah, they all got something to say about what's going NXT or Evolution, the NXT Great American Bash.
Lola Vice comes in. She points out that Lainey just got here. Kalani says Lainey should be more concerned about Thea Hale. And then Soul says they have enough on their plate, but she wishes everybody luck in their battle royal. And Lainey, she won't let it go. She says that she should be in the battle royal because she's the future of this division. And then Kalani asks her, "What have you done?" And Lainey's like, I have no problem showing you what I can do. And Kalani accepts her challenge. So,
and the next part was a beautiful, retarded, brilliant. It was great and horrible at the same time.
Yep.
Yeah, we see Jordan Grace, and she's in the gym working out, you know, pull-ups, push-ups, doing the plank for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then she gets a phone call from Blake Monroe. She's like, "Blake, where are you at? Because we're supposed to be training together right now." And Blake's like, "Let me take a guess. You're at the gym wearing a black sports bra, black leggings." And so Grace is like, "Yeah, but what does that have to do with anything?" Blake's like, I'm sending my personal chauffeur your way right now. We're going to have a glamour workout. And Grace, and this is great. Because because she sees the SUV pull in, and she's like, "Let me guess, that's your driver." Like, I can't lift an SUV. And then, Blake tells her to just get in the car. We're going to have an awesome glamour workout. The Great American Bash will have no idea what's coming to them when the Glamour and the Juggernaut join forces. And Grace is just like, okay. I'll come if you just stop talking. And Blake's like, "I'll see you soon." And then...
And the last thing we see is Grace just looks up and she's like, "No." And that's exactly how she does it. She was kind of like, "No." Just like all the wind just got sucked out of the entire planet.
It was bad. It wasn't bad, but
and then we just get to be continued on the screen, which we'll get to later, because that was a whole extra train wreck.
Then we get Charlie Dempsey with Renson. Well, I think we know how you feel about this match. Charlie Dempsey
is a little cocksucking bitch. Does that count for anything?
I think so too.
Charlie Dempsey with Ren Sinclair versus Tavion Heights. If Tavion wins, he gets to leave the No Quarter Catch crew. And for a large majority of this match, it's going beautifully. Both of them are doing great, honestly. Tavion...
Did it start? I think it started with him doing it, didn't it?
What?
Taking the mask off, or was that a little bit later?
I think. I mean, it's pretty early on in the match that he takes the mask off.
He like slaps it off of him or something.
Yeah, but Tavion just he goes beast mode. He starts showing off his power, stomping Charlie into the mat. But about halfway through, Charlie just starts tearing him apart. I mean, he grabs onto his leg, and I think they're outside, and he is smashing his kneecap into the steel steps. And then he gets him back in the ring, and he hits him with submission move after submission move after submission move. And Tavion is trying to drag himself to the ropes, but he can't. Which is when Ren throws in the white towel, which... When the fuck has that ever been a thing?
It always has, but they don't use it very often. Which, here's my thing, I fucking hated it. Because Tavion might not have ever given up. But I feel like there's more to this story.
Oh, absolutely. We're going to get a continuation of this. This is not the end.
This, I think, he's going to blame Ren now for it.
Oh, yeah. He's not going to just go back to being a happy little Boy Scout, working arm in arm.
I could have taken him, which maybe he could have, maybe he couldn't have. But to me, if I was Tavion, okay, I'm sure you'll understand this. You'll still have that doubt in your mind. You did not get the win your way. If you attacked, fine. I'll accept my defeat.
Yep. Yeah, but he never did.
I didn't get a chance to pass out, tap out, or
have the match stop because I broke my leg.
Yeah. It was not. It was done by your will, not mine.
Yeah. Yep. I absolutely agree. Like I said, Tavion Heights is absolutely not going back to being the Boy Scout working hand in hand with Charlie. Like, oh, hi, Charlie, how was your day? How can I help you? Blah, blah, blah. No. Honestly, I'd say he has maybe another month at most in the no quarter catch run. I'm not even saying because he goes and he gets a rematch and he beats Charlie Dempsey in a fair fight. I'm saying he's just going to say fuck and bash his skull in backstage or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but I would go with that.
I don't think he has long left. No matter how this ends up going.
And then we got your boys.
Yes, Hank and Tank backstage. Saying we're ready to run through the calling and send them back to whatever boiler room.
Whatever boiler room they came out of.
And honestly, that's so accurate because every time you see them meeting, it's just darkness. Like they're not even in a room; they're just in like the void or something. I don't know. They're just in a dark
void.
Yeah, just like a dark, shadowy room. And I love. I think this might be later on, but I love when what's her name?
Tatum.
Yeah, Tatum Paxton comes in like, oh, this place is awesome. I love it here, and I'm just like, the fuck are you talking about? It's just blackness. There's nothing here. Anyway. Oh, this pissed me the fuck off. Javon Evans comes up and I'm like, I'm glad to see y'all fired up. I'm going to get my lick back on Jasper Choi from last week. So it's time for you two to get your lick back. And then Jasper Choi, the guy who's like 2 to 3 times Javon Evans' size, attacks him from behind, slams him into like the garage door or whatever it is. And he hits him with a body avalanche and then a running knee before Hank and Tank finally pull him off. And the whole time I'm thinking, the fuck are y'all doing? Lay this big ass motherfucker out on his ass. But that's just me. That's what I would have done. I'm Hank and Tank. Nah, we don't stand for that shit. That's the shit the Cullen does. And we about to go kick the Cullen's ass. So guess what? You getting your ass kicked first.
Word.
But that's just me. Anyway, we get to the third match of the night. Joe Hendry, Mike Santana versus the High Rise with Wes Lee. This is pretty good. of course, you do have the tension between Joe and Mike Santana, considering they're going to be opponents this week.
Naturally.
But still a good fight. Excuse me.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm just trying to figure out. I forget how exactly they win. That's right. I forget. Not Joe Hendry. Trick Williams is on the outside on commentary, like always, because he's a little bitch.
Just Trick Williams.
But he attacks Joe Hendry outside, slams him to the ring post. But Mike is in the ring fighting for his life. He kicks Wesley off the apron, ducks a clothesline, and manages to spin the block. He picks up the victory. But as soon as it's over, Trick jumps in. He hits Santana with a trick shot. And Henry's in there throwing haymakers. But then Lee super kicks him. And then it's just a 4v2 assault.
It is. And it's not even.
But here's the thing, like I said. And I think I might have said it more last night, but I have a vision here. I have a vision for how this might play out.
You have a vision?
Yes. I'm not Seth Rollins, but I do have a vision.
You're not a visionary?
No, but I do have a vision. Right now, it is Joe Hendry and Mike Santana versus Trick Williams and not the No Quartet crew, and First Class, and Wesley, and the High Rise, and the King. He has all of these supporters backing him up. But the main thing is that they're all heels and they're all egotistical pricks. So, what I possibly envision happening here is, they're having their three-way fight, but obviously Hendry, Santana, they're ganging up on Trick. They're not letting him get a shot in. So, you have I'm forgetting names again. Freaking the Forgettables. Fucking God.
Who are we talking
First Class.
Okay.
The Forgettables.
Ha! I didn't realize we were calling First Class the Forgettable.
I could not remember their name for the life of me, so that's what I call them. Anyway.
Okay.
So First Class comes out, they get beat up. Then then Wesley and his gang. What?
I'm gonna fall off the edge of that.
That sounds like a personal problem for him. But anyway, they all come out there, but as they're trying to help Trick, one of them ends up hitting another one, and of course, like I said, they're all asshats. So they can't take that shit lying down. So then they start throwing haymakers, and they're just beating the shit out of each other out at ringside. And then, of course, Trick's like, "Yo, what are y'all doing? You need to help me win the match so I don't get my ass kicked." Then he proceeds to get his ass kicked. And then at that point, I don't care who cares or who wins. I'd prefer Santana to win it, but I'd be completely content with Joe Hendry winning as well. But that's just what I think would be cool. Is it going to happen? Most likely not. But hey, I can hope.
And this I thought was kind of cool. It was more of Yoshika Imahara, kind of like
yeah, the Great Muta, Kaito Kiyomiya.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce all of his names.
Kaito Kiyomiya. You know what? You're right. I'm going to butcher.
Io Sky. Basically, people from Noah or like the Japanese, Chinese, the Asian superstars were all like, we hope you...
Yeah, good luck in your match against
Oba. Blah, blah, blah.
And then Darkseid comes on. They're bragging about invading TNA last week.
You don't know when, you don't know where.
Yeah.
We just showed up on TNA and nobody knew.
Yeah. Cutler James says that they have a close eye on the NXT Tag Team title match. Nobody knows when Darkseid is going to strike, but when they do, nobody is safe.
And then this, I loved it and I hated how it hands out.
But not either of their faults, really.
No.
It was more Josh Briggs, who felt like he needed to be all big and bad. But Yoshiki comes down to the ring, Oba comes down to the ring, and Yoshiki and Amar, or who do you want to take?
I don't care.
All right, you take Yoshiki then.
Okay. Oba, you want to see if I had grit. I beat Jasper Troy, just like I beat Trick Williams. You will be my greatest challenge. But I am ready. These people support me. Briggs support me. My friends and family back in Japan support me. Now, I must make them proud. At Great American Bash, I will fight for the honor, and I will become the new NXT champion.
Oh, no. At least you have the support of the fans and your family and your friends like Josh Briggs. So maybe they'll be the ones left to pick up the pieces when I beat you. Because you talk about honor, fighting for honor. Well, this Saturday, why don't you ask yourself, can you lose with honor? Because when it's all said and done, my friend, the truth will prevail. You're not worthy enough to take this title from me.
And then Josh Briggs stops saying,
Yeah, this was a train wreck. This is where shit hit the fan.
Imahara is being polite, brother. Did you see what he did to Jasper Troy last week? Come on, let's be real here. He beat him earlier than you did. Easier than you did, sorry. He's going to be the exact same thing. He's going to do the exact same thing that he did to Jasper, to the ruler. What Imahara is honorable to say is that at the bash, he's going to beat your ass. Look, he's a man of honor. But brother, I'm not. And I'm not.
Yeah, because Oba tries to pick up the mic. And he's like, I'm not done talking yet.
Oh yeah, I'm not done talking. Listen, I'm not a man of honor. I'm a man of mayhem. And I promise, I will do every single thing in my power to make sure that he leaves Saturday as the NXT champion. Because this is our only chance.
And Oba, you can see Oba is smiling like, Josh, this is not your fight. Yoshi, why don't you tell your friend to get out of my face before I break his face? And then shit hits the fan. Josh tries to swing on Oba. Oba ducks it, whoops his ass, clotheslines him over the top rope, and then Yoshiki Inamura hits him with a straight right hand to the face, and then he body slams him. And I thought this was going to be one of those scenarios where, they're like out on the ground. But no. Oba gets right back up.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see that Yoshiki, he puts his hands up. Like, he doesn't want to do this. He does not want to fight. Not like this.
And I think this might be a break, and I don't want it to be.
I can see that. Honestly, you know what I could even see happening? Josh Briggs trying to cheat and help Inamura win. But Inamura be like, what are you doing? And that allowing Oba to get the upper hand and retain. Not that I think he couldn't beat Yoshiki. I think this would be a 50-50 split fight down the middle. These are both big brawling boys. But I think Josh is going to try to cheat to help Inamura win. And that's going to cause Inamura to be distracted. Like, what are you doing? This isn't how I want to do things.
And again, for the record, we will not be on tomorrow.
No, we will be...
Because this starts, I think, at our time, either 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So as soon as you get home from work, when we would normally start streaming, we're going to have to be watching that. So We are not going to be streaming tomorrow. Then we got Saturday Night Main Event, and then we got Evolution. So we will be on Monday, which we normally don't do Mondays.
Yeah.
But we'll be on Monday at our normal time, 2 o'clock, or not normal time because it's Monday, but our normal time the other day.
So you're the Jordan Grace fan. I'll let you take
I like Jordan Grace.
I know. I'll let you take this part then.
But Jordan Grace arrives at the location where Blake Monroe's driver has sent her. And she's like, okay, so let's go back to the performance center. Because she needs to focus on their match on Saturday. Blake calls Grace her muscle muffin. Grace treats her body all the time. It's time for Grace to treat Grace. Grace is like, what? Why? What do you mean by this? Just come with me. And she takes her like the nail. She walks into the nail salon. No, it starts off with a spa.
Yeah,
is what it starts off. And she's like, here, take it off and put this on. She's like, no.
And then she puts it on,
and she like finally puts it on, and it's the white robe like you would wear it, like the little spa thing.
Yeah.
And she's like, you look great. Grace rips off the sleeves like, better. And she just has this like, it's not like she said like better, like that's better. It was like, better? Like that confused, like,
yeah.
You
like
you.
Yeah, like good job making it your own or whatever.
You do you. And let's see how they.
I think next they go to.
Well, they're laying there, and she's like, "We need to go back to the gym." And she's like, "Just relax."
Yeah, well, no, I think they're getting a massage.
Yeah, the massage.
And Jordan's like, "Are you gonna start anytime soon?" And the guy's like,
"Yeah, that's right." Like he's just like the guy's like grinding. He's like,
"Come on."
Oh, are you gonna start? Or
yeah.
And
then they go and get
just relax.
Yeah, and then they go get their nails done, and she's like, "Fuck." It was
great. Grace. Okay. What the idea I think they were really trying to get to is Blake is all about glamour,
and Grace is none
about power.
Yeah.
And then they don't have it in here.
But after they're done,
after all that, she's like, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's like, see, once in a while you need to treat yourself.
Oh my goodness!
And she's like, maybe once in a while. And then she says, that's what you get for being the glamour knots or something. And I was like, no, God, please, no. Do not use that as a tag team name.
What else would they be called?
I don't care. Not that.
Nope, it's the glamour knots from now on.
No, screw that.
What do you want?
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll take the glamour knots on one condition.
What?
We don't have to discuss the part in TNA that I'm going to hate. Did we discuss every single time I'm going to discuss in TNA? And do we need to discuss the part?
It's not even a part. It's just him coming out to the ring.
That was better than what they normally do.
All right, down.
At least we didn't have to watch them make out for 20 minutes.
It's not 20 minutes.
Okay. 10 minutes.
It's not. It may be a minute at most. Anyway.
It feels like 20.
Oh, we had our fourth match of the night. Kalani Jordan versus Lainey Reed.
This is actually pretty good.
Yeah. This is a good back and forth. Both of them showing what they can do.
This is actually really good.
I'm not particularly interested in either of them. But it's still a good match. And that's what I love. That's what I love about NXT is like, even if I don't care about the characters, the match is still good.
Here's my biggest problem. Kalani, if I remember correctly, maybe I'm wrong. Kalani, when we first started really pulling up TNA, Kalani was kind of not heel, but she wasn't exactly face either.
Yeah.
She was kind of being more heelish, and now suddenly you got her going against like Lainey Reed and all these that are heels. And I like Kalani kind of more playing that
Middle card.
heelish role.
Yeah.
I think she does good with it.
Fair enough.
But
Kalani wins. Yeah, she connects with the one-of-a-kind moonsault to pick up the victory. And then after the match, Reed gets into a... That's right. Kalani Jordan is like in the ring celebrating. And Thea Hale just comes out of nowhere and starts beating the shit out of Reed. Just like slide tackles her out of the middle of the ring and then just starts beating her ass outside. And Kalani's just like leaning back against the ropes like, have at it, I guess. I already won. Y'all can do whatever you want.
oh
You good?
no. Okay. We had this discussion. Jasper Troy.
Oh, I didn't even see that part.
I like Jasper Troy, or liked Jasper Troy. I'm not sure what side I'm falling on.
Yeah, we see Javon Evans back in, like, medical with his ribs taped up and, like, getting evaluated. And Jasper Troy, once again, for the second time tonight, comes in, attacks him, is, like, smashing his ribs in.
Because they did the whole, like, thing that he attacked before the show really got started, if I remember right.
Was it before the show?
Mm-hmm.
I just know it was when he was talking to Hank and Tank. I don't know when it was meant to
that's
be.
right. Yeah.
I don't know when it was meant to be, but it was...
Jasper Troy.
Yeah. But now he's in medical, getting checked up, taped up ribs, and he comes in again, attacks him, and gets pulled off.
Again, like I said, they say that, Ethan Page and all them are measuring sticks. Here's my opinion, man. And like I said, we first started watching it, not a thing. But you want to talk about a measuring stick right now, and just by what people are doing, it's Javon.
Oh, absolutely.
Because everybody attacks Javon. Mm-hmm. And Javon winds up beating all their asses.
Yep. Like I said, it's a matter of time before he goes up to the main roster.
Javon, your boy, bouncy. And like we said, I've watched this dude freaking bounce off the top rope, hit the mat, and jump back up on the top. It might not be that extreme, but you get the point.
Like the 3-second jumping on, like bouncing off the bottom rope, spinning around and dropping your ass in a suplex in like 3 seconds. It's insane.
Yeah. And that was the legacy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That wasn't no pushover.
That was the legacy.
But then we get to the family.
And you know what? A lot of people are talking about this, and I don't know if I really brought any of this up, because I did look. I don't think any of it's on here. So I was more or less just looking at, like, articles and what people were talking, not necessarily, like, social media, but like, social media, like, report type stuff. This is simply because everybody, I believe it, okay? Mm-hmm. I just don't know who's going and who's staying, but everybody's pretty sure this is the end of the family, for one, we all know.
Yeah.
But everybody's pretty sure Tony is going home.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all.
And that but a lot of people are saying the family needs to go with him. Or, I don't think any of them are going to go.
No.
But I see if anyone goes, it's going to be Rizzo that goes with him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And because I don't think she's going to really stay down there alone.
Yeah, then again, I don't think she really wrestled. I feel like she's more of like a a man, almost like
yeah, and I don't think I've ever seen her wrestle. She might get in there
and like attack some
Yeah.
people, but she doesn't wrestle. Like fuck the one in the no quarter catch crew. God damn it,
Rin.
Yeah, Rin. I don't think she wrestles. At least I haven't seen her wrestle that I can remember. She's more of like
A
manager.
managerial type.
Yeah, that's the best word I have for it. So I do feel like if anyone's gonna go up, it would be Tony, and it would be Rizzo going with him. But
there is a lot of talk that Tony's going up.
fair enough.
So, which I think will be after SummerSlam because I don't think they're going to throw him into a story before SummerSlam.
No. But basically, how this boils down is she puts together a sit down with Tony, Stax, and Lusa, and they're basically all saying, "Go screw yourselves," And she's like,
everybody's blaming everybody for what happened to the family.
Yeah, like Tony, you're always worried that someone's gonna stab you in the back. Stax, you feel like you've outgrown us, that you're better than us. Lucia, you've been loyal to a fault, but now you want to go off on your own because nobody trusts you, yada yada yada. So they're going to have a triple threat match at the Great American Bash to determine the outcome of the family, the continuation of the family, basically. But this is the last piece of family business, and then they're done.
Yeah.
All right. Jasper Troy comes down to the ring, and he says, "I'm done with Javon Evans. I want Ava. Ava, you know what to do. Put me in the NXT Championship match at the Great American Bash. A triple threat match." And you can see him in the background. It's beautiful. Javon Evans gets into the ring. He gets up on the top rope, I believe. Hits him with some kind of move. He hits him with a super kick. And Troy, one super kick, and Troy falls on his ass. Then he lands the stage dive. And he has to be restrained by security guards because he is walloping this boy.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I love Jasper Troy, the whole monster. Okay,
but this isn't a monster. This is a bitch.
Yeah. I love the fact that he came out there day one and was like, "I'm gonna take out the biggest dog in the yard." You know what? You failed. Congratulations. Step back where you belong at the back. And I'm not saying step back at the back of the line where you belong. No disrespect. But you tried.
And
you got your match. You failed. You went in for it. Congratulations. You proved that you at least got
something.
Something there.
Something there.
You can at least hang with the big dogs, but you ain't one of the big dogs yet.
And,
just because you a big dog doesn't mean you a big dog,
Yeah. Or just, you might be a small dog thinking you're a big dog.
Yeah.
Like our little one over here. And it's a Chihuahua thing, too. Chihuahuas all got little dog complex.
I mean, just look at honey badgers. When you're that tiny, you got to make up for it somehow. Just pure aggression.
And aggression. I love my dog. Don't ever think I don't love my dog. But it is great to watch him outside with a cat.
Yep.
Because
he'll
bark and growl and everything. The second that cat turns around, you would think he'd been kicked in the rib cage and flown 100 yards.
Yeah. It's
because he's because how many times I've been like, "What happened?" Like the cat looked at him.
Yeah.
that was the answer. The cat looked at him.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
Like I remember this one day very specifically. He went running after a cat. And the cat decided, wait a minute, this motherfucker never done anything before. So it stops and turns to look at him. And he goes, and goes sprinting back towards me. And I just looked down at him like, you dumb as hell. You dumb as hell. Get the fuck back in the house.
But anyway, yeah, see, Troy, that's where Troy thinks he's the big dog, when really it's Javon who's the big dog running this match right now.
But then we get to the main event.
But we had the whole Cullen thing you were talking about, too.
Yeah, where she's like, oh, this place is so lovely, and they're literally in a fucking boiler room.
Yeah, their little dark chamber of horrors, whatever the frick that.
But yeah, it's so nice and lovely here. You know, I feel so at home and cozy. It's like, okay, sweetie. Oh, who hurt you? A lot of people, but there's better. Trust me. Anyway, but then we get to the main event, and it's beautiful. It's amazing because it's the Cullen versus Hank and Tank with Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley out of ringside. And here's the beautiful thing. Tatum and Izzy are out there causing their distractions, causing their interference.
It was the greatest thing ever.
Hang on.
Because Soul takes out Izzy, and Zarya just picks Tatum up and carries her out like she's done. It was great. I fucking loved it.
Yeah, but here's the beautiful part. You know, they're running with the ropes, fighting each other, but the referee gets distracted with, where is it? By Tatum Paxley. And then Izzy Dame comes in, and she kicks, I believe it was Hank. Hits him with the big boot from the outside, and you hear that shit. It echoes. And then Spears comes in, hits him with the Impaler DDT. This is the moment. This is what they planned for. This is wraps. 1, 2. What do you mean he kicked out? It was beautiful. Because all 4 of them simultaneously just went, wait, that's not how that's supposed to go. He was supposed to be 1, 2, 3, not 1, 2. The bell's supposed to ring now. We're supposed to be champions. What the fuck do you mean they kicked out? But then it got even better because Sol Ruca and Zarya come down to ringside. Sol Ruca and Izzy Dame start going at it, and then Zarya just picks up Paxley just like a sack of potatoes and carries her off. And she's like, no! It's beautiful.
It was great.
And Spears and the other guy are just there like, where you going?
It was absolutely great.
It was amazing. But then they get to deal with the big belly boys. Hank and Tank. They hit him with, I don't know what the fuck they call it, the big belly bomb or whatever. I don't know what the fuck they call it.
I know it's not right.
Basically, they run at you and they slam your fucking skull between their 2 big-ass bellies. That's like 500 pounds of meat caving your skull in. And then they pick up the victory. They are still your NXT Tag Team Champions. Then we get, that's right, we get a Chase U vignette to end the night, I believe. Or no, wasn't this the main event? No. Was tonight the Evolution thing, like at the very end? I don't remember. Anyway, but we get a Chase U vignette.
Yes. That was a main event match.
Yeah.
But not how it went.
Yeah. But then at the Great American Bash so far, we have Ethan Page versus Ricky Sainz in a Falls Count Anywhere match for the NXT North American Championship. Excuse me. We have Jasper Troy versus Javon Evans, Trick Williams, Joe Hendry, Mike Santana, TNA Slammiversary contract signing, Sol Ruca with Zarya versus Izzy Dame with the calling for the NXT North American Championship. What the fuck?
I'm trying to untangle my necklaces.
Oh.
Because they were like almost choking.
We also have Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe versus Fatal Influence, and finally Oba Femi versus Yoshiki Inamura with Josh Briggs for the NXT Championship. Then we have Ava's Evolution Summit. Ava comes out there and she says October 28th, 2018, the first women's evolution. I was in high school at the time, and I remember what. God, that was 7 years ago. Actually, that makes sense. It just 2018 does not seem like it was that long ago, or maybe it's just me. I don't know. I was in a high school at the time, and I remember watching, just thinking about how amazing it would be to be a part of something so monumental. Io Sky was in the finals of the Mae Young Classic, and now she's the Women's World Champion. Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch put on an undeniable last woman standing match, and in a history maker in her own right, Nikki Bella was in the main event. And all of those women continue to push women's wrestling forward in everything they do. And as the first female GM in NXT history, I am so proud that NXT is going to be all over Evolution. Zarya and Sol Ruka have an opportunity to become the women's tag champions. Jordan Grace will take on JC Jane for her NXT Women's Championship. And 6 women from NXT will represent us in the Battle Royale with a chance to move on to Clash in Paris for a title opportunity. And those 6 women are Jada Parker, Lola Vice, Kalani Jordan, Lash Legend, Izzy Dame, and Tatum I assume they're going to have 6 women from Raw and SmackDown as well. But Tatum and Izzy, or Tatum, yeah, Tatum and God, yeah, Tatum and Izzy are both in it, so that's going to be interesting. But then, of course, Fatal Influence comes down to ring. And JC Jane is like, I'm sorry, Ava. Hi, remember me, your NXT Women's Champion? And it was like, I just talked about you. And she's like, yeah, right. Well, to be honest with you, I think it's really weird that you keep talking about everyone else when my match and my Women's Championship are going to be the highlight of Evolution. In fact, you don't even need to talk about the Women's Battle Royale. And when you stand out here talking about the NXT Women's Division, you're really just talking about JC Jane. Not your sentimental favorites, Teenage Horse, and certainly not your flash in the pan. And then Jordan Grace shows up. She says, JC Jane, running her mouth again. Let's all act surprised. Evolution is a groundbreaking event, but you don't make it special. It's about the woman who paved the way for us. And when I take that NXT Women's title from you, I'm going to be the one steering this division into the future. And from this point forward, it's just a shit show. Because everybody and their grandmother shows up. Lash Legend shows up. Stephanie Vakir shows up. Natalia shows up. And then Lola Vice, Zelina Vega, and Ivy Niles. And it's just a shit show. And then Julia, like, they all start fighting. Julia randomly appears as well. And Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley are just looking on from outside. Big old Cheshire grins on their faces as we go off the air. You haven't... Then we move on to TNA Impact. We are just 10 days away from Slammiversary. It's time for all new TNA Impact from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. As they prepare to defend the Knockout World Tag Team titles against Inspiration, Ash and Heather Rail against battle Myla Grace and Harley Hudson to kick things off.
And this is pretty good.
Yeah.
Of course.
You have the Concierge and M by Elegance. Maddie, what was her originally? Maddie Dame or something like that? Maddie Dame.
Yeah.
I don't think a single letter counts as a name, but you know what? Who am I to judge?
He had Anti-M.
What? I recognize the name. Oh, like I guess so, but that's also probably more of a nickname. Anyway,
It was.
moving on. But yeah, this is it's a good match until it's not, because like I said, you have you have the concierge getting involved, so Ash and Heather pick up the win at the end of the day. Then you have the Hardys and the Rascals saying, we're going to work together tonight in an 8-man tag team main event, a preview of the 4-way TNA World Tag Team title ladder match, Slammiversary. And then before Cedric Alexander battles Mustafa Ali at Slammiversary, Alexander makes his TNA in-ring debut as he and the Great Hands face off against Ali's Secret Service. Yeah, I know you weren't a fan of this one.
It got worse.
Because Cedric Alexander, Jason Hotch, and John Skyler pick up the pinfall since they were basically going against jobbers.
Yeah.
But then at the end of the day, Ali comes out. He attacks them with a steel chair. And for some reason, for some oddball, nonsensical reason, Tasha steals, low blows Cedric Alexander, allowing Mustafa Ali to hit him with a steel chair and to not really do anything except hit him with, he did nothing aside from that. He hit him with a steel chair, and then he was as confused as everybody else.
And Tasha walks up the ramp and just glares.
Yeah.
And Ali kind of just follows behind.
Is she going to be the new leader? Is that where this is all going? I don't think so, but that's the only thing.
I don't think so. I don't know if I like the direction it's going.
It seems so random to me because she's the one who called Cedric in the first place.
Well, you were in the bathroom doing whatever, brushing your teeth, or I don't know what you were doing. But she had a whole thing later on, what they get to. But it was later on, she talked about why she did what she did. And what it was going to be like going forward.
Okay. Masha Slamovich and Li Yang Lee face off against NXT's Women's Champion, Jacy Jane and Fallon Henley in a big-time tag team match. She will battle the NXT Women's Champion, whether that's Jacy Jane or Jordan Grace, in a title versus title match at Slammiversary.
And you said you kind of hope that Masha...
And the reason I say this is because, like I've said, so far, not even just talking about TNA, we've only had WWE superstars taking other brands' titles. Trick Williams took the TNA World title.
That's it.
No, there's damn it. Fuck. Damn it. Los Garza? Is that it? Took the AAA tag team title.
Oh, well, I was thinking about that, but yeah.
So, all I'm saying is, if there's going to be someone else from another company to take a WWE title from a WWE superstar, I think it needs to be Masha Slamovich. And I feel like that would make the most sense for putting...
I have a thought. This might be not the direction you want to take, but it would make sense. And I think it would work. I think it would be freaking epic. You get what you want.
Mm-hmm.
But I say she takes off Fowler. Not Jordan. I say Jordan loses. She takes off Fowler.
Okay.
But somehow at the next big pay-per-view, whether it's a TNA, whether it's NXT pay-per-view, whatever, Jordan is like, look, Masha beat me for the TNA title. I want a shot to bring the NXT title back to NXT. And whether she wins or loses, I think a rematch of that match will be great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'd be getting that rematch at Slammiversary.
But I don't want Jordan to lose that match again.
Eh.
I would love to see Jordan be the one to bring NXT title back to NXT if it had to go to Masha, which would be great. I see the point you're trying to make. But I also think it would be absolutely great to have Jordan be the one to bring the title back to NXT. Because I want her to have a title before she goes up to the main roster.
Yes.
And I would love for it to be a TNA title. Just for pure nostalgia of it. Because she lost to Masha. I want to see her beat Masha. And not because... And the reason I think she lost to Masha, which we all know why she lost to Masha, regardless if Masha beat the shit out of her, blah, 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 during the match. It was because Jordan's contract was up, and Jordan was moving to NXT.
Yeah.
So I think a rematch for them for a title, and Jordan... That's why I think Jordan getting both would be great. But I do see the factor of... I see it both ways, and I like your way, and I like mine, and I would be happy with either storyline.
Yeah. I think as long as it's not JCJ.
Yeah.
As long as it's not. Because here's the thing. I think it's very different right now. Oh, I keep forgetting his name because I just don't care about him. Trick Williams.
It's tricking it.
Trick Williams is a complete douchebag. An asshole. That cares nothing for that title. And I think that's at least...
Trick Williams does? Well, Trick Williams doesn't care about
I think that's...
There's another one that doesn't care about their title either. In TNA. Moose.
I don't know about that.
Moose a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Moose a big fat piece of shit.
Anyway.
Anytime he can cheat to keep that title, he's gonna
That's just
cheat.
heel behavior. Anyway, the point I was trying to get to is, I think, not the entire reason, but a large majority of the reason that Trick is so hated, in TNA especially, is because he doesn't even care about the TNA title. I feel like if Masha Slamovich were to win, and I would be the same way with Jordan Grace. Actually, I think she might be hated even more because she left TNA. But point being is, I feel like if Masha Slamovich wins the NXT title, she will at least be respected because she cares about that title.
I agree, but I don't think Jordan would be hated because here's the thing, which is something that I don't think you're thinking about, is Jordan is well liked.
I understand. I'm saying in
story wise.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is the fact that I think the biggest issue of all this boils down to the simple fact that I think the best story is going to be Masha probably taking it to start. I'll agree with that. Masha taking it to start. Whether Jordan Grace takes it or not, great. Okay, but I think if we're going to have a champion for both brands, one champ for both brands, which is essentially what they're doing. There's going to be 2 titles, but one champ.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be Jason.
No, God, no.
So I think we can agree on that.
We know the sad thing is, I can see them doing that.
Mm-hmm.
God, please. That I might get upset about.
Anyway, moving forward.
But if it does happen, it's not going to be fairly.
No.
It's going to be because the same reason Stephanie lost the match, because they're going to turn it into a 3-on-1.
Oh, yeah. But Slamovich spikes Henley with the snowplow. She picks up the victory. Then we get the TNA injury report. And then Leon Slater is going face-to-face with Moose ahead of their X Division Championship showdown at Slammiversary.
This is what I was talking about. He's basically just... Leon Slater is like, you don't care about that title. You're all about the win-loss column. He's like, that's all it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the longest reigning X Division champion in history, and you're gonna be another name on my list. I'm
going to be the youngest
X Division
champion of all time.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. Because I will always win for as long as I want title. Blah, 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 blah. And, of course, you've got standing next to him, the frickin' System, who is always got their foot on everybody's throat who comes up against anybody in the...
Yeah. But then Leon Slater says, Moose, I promise you, at Slammiversary, I'm going to give you the toughest fight of your life. You get me? He goes off. And then Matt Cardona walks up. And he's like, look, guys, Dark State jumped my ass last week. But they ain't just here for me. They're here for everybody. I need your help. And they're like,
except Brian Myers.
Yeah. They all walk away. And
Brian Myers, they all walk away. And Brian's like, Matt Cardone's like,
he's like,
so there's
something there, but I don't know if it's going to be anything. Oh, this was great. This is great.
I'll let you take this because this was.
So, your favorite.
My favorite?
Your favorite.
My favorite? No. No, not my favorite.
Mance Warner comes down there with Stephanie DeLander.
Okay.
No. We're not going to this again. We're not going
No.
No.
I want to bring something up I brought up last night. I have come to the conclusion. I came to this conclusion last night.
Mm-hmm.
It is absolutely horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think she used lipstick. I think it's melted cream. Because that shit is thick. If you put your lipstick on that damn thick,
there's way other issues.
Yes, of course she puts her lipstick on that thick.
I think she uses a putty knife to put it on. And when you got that big of a mouth, and I'm not saying she has that big of a mouth. Don't. But what I'm saying is, the lip mark that she makes is like his whole entire cheek. And
anyway, he comes down to the ring, and we don't even get a bell. There was zero of that. There was zero of that.
Then how do you get the lipstick mark?
Because she went, and that's it. Were his lips red? No. Anyway, moving on.
Oh, so
he comes down to the ring.
Ever in history.
He comes down to the ring, and there is no bell. There's not even an announcement for his name. Jake something comes slides into the ring, and they just start walloping each other.
And the ref just kind of he has that junior moment of like, okay, ring the bell.
Well, because then Mance Warner, they start announcing his name, and he's like, shit, I'm late to the party. He goes down, then he gets.
Oh, that's when the
ref's like, okay, fuck it, just start. There's no comeuppance, just ring the goddamn bell. And they start beating the hell out of each other. Of course, Stephanie DeLando tries to get involved several times. She doesn't, or she does, but not effectively enough anyway. And Mance Warner, as we're closing on the end of the match, Mance Warner neutralizes Jake with a DDT into the steel steps, and then Macklin hits Warner with the KIA, picks up the victory. He is still your international champion.
Okay, and then we get the whole thing with Tasha Steele. She's walking to the car. Ali is still tagging along behind her.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, what was that? And she's like, what was that? That was me taking up for everybody. I called him because I wanted to give you something. You turned Order 4 into this whole chaos. She's going off.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, you can't run Order 4. You've let us down. We're supposed to all be champions by now. And what do we got? Nothing. So I'm going to make you a champion. I'm going to make us great.
I told you she was going to become the new leader.
And she goes, I gave you the match that you always wanted. You could never beat Cedric. I'm giving you the shot to beat Cedric, to make you great. And she's like, are we done now? And Ali's like, yeah, I guess. And she's like, then let's go. I mean, it was this whole moment of she went all right, now the three you charge are going to step in line.
Fair enough. Shit.
I mean, do I agree with it? No. Because I don't think she should have done what she did with the whole Cedric thing. But I'm anxious to see where this goes. Because how long is Ali going to be drug around by a girl?
You want my opinion? I think he learned his place. Maybe. For now. Because
I know you heard parts of it.
The pure look of shock on his face, wait, what the fuck was that?
And when he walked up the ramp, he was like...
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
The whole fear of I'm going to walk backstage, but I might get my ass punched in that corner. There might be a low blow cut waiting up for him.
Yeah, there might be a steel chair waiting for me back there, but I'm interested to see where this goes.
I am too, and I don't know if I'm going to like Tasha maybe running it, but if she does run it, I would like to see them kind of start turning the corner.
Yeah, actually, maybe grabbing a title or two, becoming...
I want her to do it not necessarily as a face, but not as heels either. I don't want them to go full-blown heel. I don't want them grabbing chairs and whatever and beating the shit, low blows, blah, blah, blah,
I think that's what they're doing, but I could be wrong.
I don't want that. I feel like we've already gone down that road. But anyway, irrelevant. Yeah. That's just my opinion.
But then they get in a confrontation with the system to determine the best faction. What the fuck? There's actually, I guess they'd only be down one member technically. I wonder if they're gonna recruit Cedric after this. Because if they are planning to go against the system, there's only 3 guys versus 4 guys in the system. And Cedric is already there.
Does Cedric fall in one of the...
Under Tasha, yes. Under Ali, no.
Tasha just look. No, fuck that. Bitch, you just low blowed me. I'm gonna knock you on your fucking ass.
That's fair. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying.
Hold on. Let me just refresh you of your thought.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not, by no stretch do I take to violence. But what is your rule? She just low blow to me.
Oh yeah, equal hands, equal rights, equal fights. But I'm saying, story-wise, I think that either that or they have to find some other rando to, if they want to go against the system. I mean,
I know who's going against the system.
Who?
It's not Cedric.
Who?
But I also see them joining the system after it.
Oh,
Matt Cardona, a.k.a. Mr. Chelsea Green.
Yeah, I guess so. But also, I feel like if anyone's going to go after the system, it needs to be Dark State. Because they don't really have anything to do in NXT right now.
They really haven't done anything in NXT.
That's my point. I mean, they were the thing that started the whole... they were the catalyst for the family drama, but aside from that, there's not been that much. So...
Anyway, oh my god, I cannot stand this stupid echo. I don't know who I hate worse. Never mind, yes I do. Tessa Blanchard's dumbass comes out, the commentary.
Well, we skipped over, but Mike Santana has a promo saying, I've overcome all of these obstacles to get to where I am in TNA. I'm gonna win at Slammiversary, basically.
Same thing Trick has said. Same thing Joe Hendry has said. Wait, hold on. Repeat. Oh, never mind. It's a common thing.
Yeah, I like Mike though. So
I like Mike Santana. And, here's my thing. I don't care who wins as long as it's not Trick.
Exactly.
Agreed, but unfortunately, it's probably going to be Trick, considering he has like 15 cronies with him. Wasn't he even like? I could be wrong. Didn't he team up with the Vanity Project at one point, or am I misremembering? I know the Vanity Project has helped a lot of people. They helped Lexis King.
There's no telling.
They helped Lexis King. They've now helped Ethan Page.
I think they're going to stay with right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, Tessa Blanchard comes down. She joins the commentary team.
Yeah.
Because Victoria Crawford versus Indy Hartwell. And here's the thing. I was paying attention to the match. But yet in the same breath, I was more pissed off during it because Tessa Blanchard was just throwing out bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute garbage bullshit. Indy Hartwell has been on, she has carried Indy through everything. Indy wouldn't even been a champion. She wouldn't have been anything. She would never got a contract. She would never even joined wrestling. She would have been, still in Australia and a nobody wrestling in bar room wrestling. I mean, it was the whole. And we spent 10 minutes of her belittling Indy.
And during that time, Crawford distracts the referee,
and Tessa's like, "I'm done. I quit. I can't watch this no more."
Yeah.
And she slaps Indy.
Yeah, outside the ring, attacks her, and then but Hartwell, she managed to regain control, hits Crawford with a big boot, and puts her away. She wins the match.
And Tessa gets in the ring and was like, "You've always been on my back. I'm tired of carrying you. I'm not carrying you anymore.
Yeah, you can't. You don't have any real friends.
This is my friend. She will always be my friend." It's like, you're the bitch that don't have any friends. Like, maybe she has friends in the locker room, but I'm gonna tell you this: from everything I have seen and everything I have read, 90% of everybody in wrestling hates Tessa. Because she, again, is one of those who has been disrespectful to certain races and has never come out and said, no, you guys misinterpreted it. I apologize for how you took it. She has stuck by everything she has said.
Oh.
She's one of those. Like, I said nothing wrong.
So just a racist.
Yeah. And people have called her out on it, and she's completely either ignored it or flat out said that she was right, and they're
I see.
one of those. So that's why a lot of people.
This was great. This was great. Not Mike.
No, Santino Marella and
his daughter,
Ariana Grace, are backstage. And they're kind of talking about what's going on and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And Eric Young walks up. He's like, Santino, Cody Deaner is a hometown man. He's like, no.
No, he's not. I hired the hometown man myself. I would know if it was Cody Deaner. And then he pulls out the mask, and he's like, I could get that on LuchaLibre.com and have it here within a week. But hey, look. And what does Eric Young say? Look, I know this is going to be hard for you to understand. But who was it a few years ago that he was...
Super Eric.
Yeah, Super Eric. That was me. And Santino's like, wait, hang on a minute. You just rocked my world. You're gonna have to give me a moment. But here, look. If you want me to fire the hometown man, you're gonna have to bring me proof. Undisputable proof. And I will make sure neither of them ever wrestle in TNA again. And Eric's like,
remember, you asked for this.
Mm.
You asked for what's about to happen. And just kind of like walks away. Like, yes. It was like his normal rambling after that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I think the hometown man is about to get torn in half.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. I think it's Cody Deaner. Okay?
Exactly.
No. Hear me out. But I think we're going to get an El Grande Americano thing in there.
Yeah.
To where the match that he has with Eric isn't going to be Cody Deaner. It's going to be somebody else in the suit.
Yep. I see it.
You know what would even be funnier? You know what'd be funny as fuck? Cody Deaner be at ringside, like, as a fan. Like, I bought a ticket and everything. And the hometown man is in the ring. Or it's not even something that they bring attention to. It's like they're in the fight, and Eric Young takes the hometown man out of the ring, and then he looks over and he sees. I would have loved that. I love that so much.
Cody Deaner just sitting there with the beer, the popcorn. I'm being funny at the moment, but yeah. Good magic! And Eric's just like,
and then he probably tries to kill fucking Cody Deaner, but still, it'd be funny.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to know if Cody Deaner had like a twin brother or something. That'd be freaking great. Or even a good look-alike brother.
Exactly.
You know?
Ton Hannafin has an exclusive sit-down interview with Joe Hendry, and it's basically Joe Hendry saying, look, Mike Santana's awesome, but I'm better, so I'm going to win the title.
Because I have to.
Yeah, like, I took the TNA title to places it's never been, yada, 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 and then...
63,000...
people, yeah.
Whatever it was,
I was the first ever to set it on some famous night show, Pearson's desk or whatever. Then ahead of the 4-way TNA World Tag Team title ladder match for Slammiversary, the Hardys and the Rascals joined forces to battle First Class and TNA World Tag Team Champions, the Nemesis, in an 8-man tag team main event. This is pretty good.
It was.
Yeah. Main event was pretty good.
But of course, you have two face faction or two face teams versus two heel teams versus two face teams. The heels cheat. They pick up the win. You know what I want to see? And I know we sort of had it during like the champion whatever. I want to see a mixed match. I want to see a heel and a face versus a heel and a face and see what happens.
We had that right. When they had the champion.
That's what I just said. But that was only okay. That was one face amongst a bunch of heels. I'm talking like at least like a 60-40 split. But that's just me. Anyway. But yeah, they pick up the win. And then at Slammiversary.
Well, after the match, Trick Williams, they just start beating the hell out of everybody again.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's bad. But at Slammiversary, we have the X Division champion Moose versus. What?
No.
Oh no, this is next week. Sorry. The X Division champion Moose versus Sami Callihan. Danny Luna versus Tessa Blanchard. The System versus Order 4. Joe Hendry and Mike Santana versus TNA World Champion Trick William and Frankie Kazarian. But that is it for TNA. We have a few things over in Discord, but not a lot. If it'll load properly.
Try being extra today. Did you mark the date?
I did. For this time, no.
I'm going to go. I'll be right back.
Okay. When was
Will you find that and...
Man, I had to find out what last Friday was so I can see what we've actually covered and what we haven't.
Oh, you did mark it?
Not last week, no. The 3rd. There we go, I remember that. Alright, here we go. Bam. So, from Stephanie DeLander, good news for audiobook fans. I have started the process of recording my audiobook, yes, in the closet. Gotta do what you gotta do. Stay tuned for updates. So this is... what is this? I don't actually know what her book is. What's the best that could happen? I have no idea what that book is about, but good for her, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Talking about Stephanie's book.
What? Oh.
Jordan Gray
doing the audible thing for it. Like, do I really want to hear her talk? I don't care. I don't care if it's 20 minutes. I don't want to hear her talk for that long.
You are a hater, my guy.
Yes, sir.
Jordan Grace is set to
appear in a new film.
Set for her film to debut. She'll appear in Welcome to Paradise. The story follows Lisa, who awakens on a mysterious beach with no memory after meeting a creature who tells her she's arrived at the carnival. She discovers a vibrant venue populated by humans and magical beasts. There she meets Harvey, another lost soul, as they attempt to uncover the truth about their past and find redemption, though everything comes with a price. The movie is currently in post-production and is eyeing a late 2025 deliver with major festival births. And it's, I don't know what that word, you know what? Hang on. But to find out what births means, and not like child births. Like, place.
Allotted.
Okay. Whatever that means. Anyway.
Basically, I think it's just going to be the film festival.
Yeah, probably. Blake Monroe, heel turn could be happening in the near future. We haven't even got her as a face yet.
Yeah, but sometimes they've done really quick.
I guess so.
Flips.
Lash Legend shared a photo from her and Trick Williams' housewarming party featuring the likes of Omos, Julius Creed, Obafemi, AEW's Kevin Knight, and many other WWE NXT
Again,
stars.
this is just something I want to bring up. We bring it up whenever I see anything like this. These guys are friends.
What?
What?
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But Oma's hitting that face like. Maybe it's just me, but he's hitting the.
But again, like I said, these guys are friends.
Yeah, they're all just vibing, having a good time.
You know,
I mean, look, you got
nowhere is,
you got Chris Island, you got
What are you looking at?
gold medalist.
Oh, Tasha Steele. Tasha May Steele.
Yeah, Tasha. There's okay, we were just talking about a Tasha, and I was like, that's not right, but it is. Tasha Steele. I mean, you got a lot of people I don't know, probably just friends and family. But yeah, you got people from LFG, you got people from NXT, from AEW.
What's her name? The one in the blue in the front. Isn't that
yes.
LFG.
Yes. Damn it.
Gentala? Or is that the other? I'm not thinking of that one. The other one. The one that's still on LFG.
Yes. Oh. Damn it.
She just had a match last week.
You're asking the wrong guy for names, buddy.
I know, but you know who.
Yes, like I said, a bunch of people from LFG, TNA, NXT.
Yeah, like what I said. They get in the ring. Trick Williams versus Obafemi versus whoever. These guys they get together and they're just friends.
Yeah, they're having a freaking bar. Is that a freaking giant water?
Probably.
That's so cool. That's that's I would do that. I can't even lie. If I was NXT champion, whatever, I finally got a new house, you bet your ass. If I'm having a big old party, I am renting a giant. Actually, you know what? Fuck renting. I am buying a giant ass water slide and putting it in my backyard.
But here's the thing. Like I said 100 times, these guys are all friends.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, they're heels and their faces. They don't like each other. Guess what? 99.9%, they out having a beer after the show.
So Ruka putting her NXT Women's North American title on the line. Oh.
Yeah, that's like Great American Bash.
Oh, right. I'm thinking of an Evolution where Izzy Dame is in the Battle Royale. Never mind. Roman Reigns is reportedly set to return at Saturday Night Main Event.
I knew you'd enjoy it. Are you done now?
Oh, sorry. Oh, fuck. No, I got. Alright, anyway.
Yes, it's that bad.
He's also going to be known as OTC1.
I didn't know.
He's only going to be a fucking part-timer, so why even
What does that mean? Please, someone explain to me what OTC1 means. Do they just feel like putting an extra fucking digit in there for some reason?
Exactly. I mean, and why even come back? He's only going to be part-time anyway. He's not even going to be there all the time.
I don't know. He might be part-time, considering he's not making freaking $10 million anymore. But I don't know. I think he might start being a full-timer, but... Because here's the thing. If he returns to Saturday Night Main Event, you already know where he's going. There's only one place for him to go.
The Jacob?
Yeah.
Or the...
Solo.
Yeah, Solo match.
Which means that he's going to come back, and he's going to do...
I already told you, they're already planning for War Games. Bloodline
but
versus Bloodline.
No, that's not even what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. He's going to come out there, and he's going to do what Jacob can't do. He's going to go out, and I'm saying this, Jacob could do it, but you get the point. I'm making a point. It's going to be Jacob and Jimmy versus Solo, Tamatanga, JC Mateo, Talatanga. I might have said the same one twice, but they're basically the same name.
T.
I can't. But it's gonna be a 2v. It's gonna be a 2v4, and Jacob's probably gonna be out there getting beat up by the three of them, and then Roman Reigns is gonna come in, and he's gonna hit them all with one Superman punch, and they're gonna be on that on their asses, and then he's probably gonna go fucking Superman punch the referee because he feels like it, and he can just do that, and then he's gonna spear Solo Sikoa, and then he'll probably somehow end up getting into the fucking match and taking the U.S. title for himself. I don't see that actually happening, but you get the point. Anyway, I'm not looking forward to it. I hope he comes back as a babyface. I really do. Because Jacob's a face right now. Jimmy's a face right now. That's the only thing that makes sense. I know he was technically a face during the whole... Well, I wouldn't even say...
Really?
I wouldn't even say a face. He was more of a face than Solo was. But even then...
He was still a little bit of a douche.
Anyway.
And I just had to put this.
1 year ago today, Stephanie Fakir signed with WWE, and she's already on the main roster. She's going to Evolution. So, congratulations.
Way to go, girl. Keep it up.
Yeah, Solo Sikoa versus Jimmy Uso for the United States Championship is officially set for Saturday Night Main Event. I don't think we got this on...
I think it's bullshit.
Did we get this announcement on SmackDown or on Raw?
Nope.
I don't think we did.
Nope. But still, I think it's kind of wrong.
I agree. It should be Jacob, but what can you do?
I just thought this was great.
Drew McIntyre reveals his advice to talent backstage who want more opportunities. Maybe change your last name to Fatu or something. I guess so.
Yeah, I see it.
Goldberg agrees with The Undertaker that Braun Breaker should be the only one using the spear in WWE. It's...
Okay, so wait. I said I want to get into this. I want to get into this for a minute. Does that mean Goldberg doesn't want to use the spear? That's one of his finishing moves.
No.
Spear to jackhammer.
He literally speared.
But if he thinks that Breaker should be the only one doing them,
but he probably also thinks he could beat Breaker in a fight still. He thinks he can beat Gunther in a fight.
Again.
Exactly. I don't see that match ending very fair
Here's
either.
the sad part. Tomorrow night, I promise you. And you might want to just bang your head on the wall over there while I'm saying this because you might want to be unconscious by the end of it. Goldberg is going to win.
I know. But I can still have hope.
And unfortunately, it's probably going to be, and again,
it's probably going to be worse than WrestleMania.
Yes. And the reason I say it's going to be worse than WrestleMania is because Goldberg can't wrestle an extended match.
Now,
his physical ability, here's the thing. I'm not saying he's not good. I'm not saying that you don't have the power, you don't have the muscle. But he's 60 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I don't care if you're freaking 80 and built like a brick shithouse.
Your stamina's not...
Yes. Your body and everything. You can look great.
And still just not have the...
And not have the physical capability to do it.
Yeah.
And I think that's where Goldberg's at. I think he is literally at a point to where he is grabbing at one last straw and WWE's going to hand it to it.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately. And then tonight on SmackDown, we get Ron Killings versus Aleister Black. And like I said before, I think Aleister Black should win. I want R-Truth to win, if that makes sense. Like, for all intents and purposes.
Like what you said earlier. Black should win,
Truth needs to win.
but Truth needs to win.
By all
Yeah.
intents and purposes, Aleister Black should kick R-Truth's head clean off his shoulders.
But here's the thing. I think this is going to boil down to, since this is really the last thing, we're going to talk about the Truth. I think this needs to go to what Priest said. Is that Aleister Black is underestimating R-Truth.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
And granted, Truth does not wrestle that much in the ring, and usually when he wrestles, he's more comedy.
He's the one there
But-
to get beat up.
He needs to come in there and not be R-Truth. He needs to come in there and be Ron Killings.
Yeah.
Show us why.
Like we saw at, what was it? Night of Champions? No.
You mean when he came out as Ron Cena?
Yes, when he was beating the shit out of John Cena.
Yeah, but still wound up losing.
Because John Cena's a little prick, yeah. But yeah, that's the basic point I'm getting at. But that is about it for us, guys. You guys have anything else you want to add?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I always have something.
Alright, good for you. Anyway, guys,
I do want to bring up again, though, like I said, we will not be on throughout the weekend.
no, we will be on Monday to discuss everything all at once.
Because, like I said, I think, here, matter of fact, Central Time. Let's see what we got. Look this up real quick. Central Time. I know, I should have already had looked up show. If
Ding dong
I'm
dong
gonna
dong
stick
ding
these
dong
both
dong
in.
dong.
do you guys see what I have to deal with on a regular basis?
I'm just passing the time.
Yep.
Where is why do I 1 p.m.
Yeah.
So tomorrow. So it starts at 1 p.m. Central Time. So if you're watching this, go from Central Time. Great American Bash will be 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
At least I think they said there's only a half-hour pre-show. I think that's what they were saying. I could be wrong.
Probably. It is WWE after all.
What?
It's probably at least an hour.
Exactly, but they don't even really need one. But whatever.
They don't, but
But so that's at 1, and then at 7 we have a Saturday Night Main Event,
and then we have Evolution.
and then we have Evolution on Sunday. Hold on, what was the first thing? At 4 p.m. on Sunday, which how long? That's 6 hours.
Mm.
So it starts at 4.
Evolution?
Yes,
God. That's including like a 2-hour post show and
probably.
a 2-hour post show and a 1 hour, or no, I'm sorry, a 2-hour pre show and a 1 hour
Hold on.
post show.
Post show starts at 9, so it's until 9 p.m. Central Time.
When does it start?
4.
So yes, it is. Yeah, I'm willing to bet from 4 to 6 is going to be a pre-show. Then from 6 to 9 is going to be the show.
No, we might only get an hour. Might. But anyway, that's how our time runs
Yeah,
for the weekend. So if you're watching this, that's kind of at least Central Times. I could look up Saturday Night Event, but I'm pretty sure it's 7.
yeah, 7.
Let me double check it real quick. Just stay aside. Yep, 7 p.m.
Yep.
2 hours.
So that is about from.
So it runs down 3. Or no, 1 is
American
Bash. Then at 7, we got Saturday Night Main Event. And then at 4 on Sunday, we have Evolution.
Yes.
So are you calling off Sunday?
Wait, when does it start?
4. Back around 4? Maybe 5? That's
We'll
up to
see.
you.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Anyway.
If nothing else, we'll watch the pre-show and pause it, and I'll say, hey, pre-show starting, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You'd be like, yeah, I'll be there in about an hour. If it starts a half hour, like what I think they said, we'll pause it and tell you, hey, show's starting, it's on pause. And you'd be like, all right, guys, I got stuff.
Yeah. But that is about all we have for you guys.
So we'll see you again, like I said, Monday at 2 p.m. Central.
Yes. So if you've made this far in the stream, go ahead, give us a follow so you can get notified whenever we go live. If you are watching on YouTube, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let us know what you think in the comments. If you want to chat with us, join us in the Discord server. If you want to help support us, press that donate button in the About Me section. But that's about it. I'm Telfari.
I'm CK.
I'm Knight Rider. Good night.
See ya.
See ya.